Hi, welcome to Everyday Therapeutics. I thought I'd start off the year. I don't make myself in the limelight or the company, and I never really share the story about Everyday Therapeutics unless you're booking a group. And so, some of you that are viewing this, if you've attended a group and we weren't slammed or working against time, you might know some of the story. But I thought I'd just give a little history about why I grew into a wellness place. And I've played around with spa, wellness, so I intertwine those depending on the target audience. Like if the girls want to have a spa day, I'm not going to call it a wellness, I'll call it a spa. Like we're Everyday Therapeutic Spa. We're going to give you that spa experience. You get the robes, the flip-flops. If you're here for other reasons, we call it a wellness place. You're floating, you're journaling, you're doing a sauna, you're doing a salt room, you're on a healing journey. So we serve both of those target audiences. Now I started off, I've been a therapist for 16 years. I massaged the whole year I was in school and actually ran my own business out of my house and got hired. It was before all the laws and rules changed. So I actually worked for companies, got different experiences. Moved to Ligonier, been here 13 going on 14 years, 13 and a half years. I decided to do mobile massage and kind of had a really, sad story in some ways, but great in others. I started off a chair massage business with a friend and we're still friends. We're actually going to see each other very soon. But we parted ways and we came back together. Our friendship has remained pretty strong. So Everyday Therapeutics the name derived out of that breakup with that person. And I cried a lot and a lot of sad tears. And I wanted a name that seemed serious and wouldn't have any throwbacks of anything, any negativity, like you wouldn't be confused. But every day you take care of yourself and you do some type of therapy for yourself. And that's what I wanted to make sure that people focused on, like everyday therapies. It's an everyday process to take care of yourself. Whether it's sitting down with that cup of tea or journaling or taking a bath, scheduling a massage, doing something for yourself. And so as I grew, I went from mobile massage, chair massage, parties into people's homes, into a brick and mortar place. Then I grew in that place and I went through different therapists and learned along the way and created a little storefront within a very small space. Bought a sauna and did all these layers of growth. And then I thought, what if I couldn't massage one day? I'd like to build a company and create some type of vibe in my community that people could come to. And so in creating that, I went to a lot of different places. When I would go out of town or for different things that we would be doing, I would be visiting salt rooms and I floated. I went and got different experiences in different style places. And the things I enjoyed and didn't enjoy, that's how I created Everyday Therapeutics Wellness or Everyday Therapeutics Spa. I wanted to, when I would go into a place and you have to change into a robe, it was okay. Sometimes I enjoyed it, sometimes I didn't. So I created my place where you can choose to change into a robe or you can choose to stay in your clothes. Most of the therapies you can get here, they're interchangeable. So you create the experience. When I say you create your own experience here, you really do down to if you wear a robe or not. I also too wanted to create a place, and I am no longer this place, but that you could walk in and get services on the fly. Due to the world changes, I just couldn't continue doing that. So we're not staffed for that. And I reinvented my business from the shutdown and it's been amazing. So I just wanted to tell the story of Everyday Therapeutics. I wanted a place where people could sit down at a bar. So I have a very large concrete bar and really nice, comfortable chairs to sit in. So when you're eating or drinking, I wanted more of a relaxing, you're very comfortable chill and hang out. You could shop a little in here. We're getting ready to change that totally, but that's how I started out. I wanted people to walk in, be able to buy gift certificates, be able to get a foot soak, be able to get some type of treatment, because every time I visited somewhere, I couldn't get in. So I wanted to design something where I could hit that target market of being able to come in and get a service, even if it wasn't something that you wanted. If you wanted a massage, maybe you were like, oh, I always wanted to try a float tank, so I have 2 float tanks. Or you could sit in the salt room and enjoy yourself. You could do a foot soak and enjoy yourself, and then make an appointment and come back for these other things. But right now, I redesigned the business to be more of a group experience. So we have done pretty well with that. You get a menu, you get to pick and choose and create your own experience, and then you have the whole place to yourself during that time. So we've designed it pretty well and mapped it out. We have supportive videos of how to get it, all kinds of stuff. And we are now, again, revamping and redesigning Everyday Therapeutics Wellness a little bit deeper. And so everybody's been along for the journey and the ride. If I was to give up, I always tell everybody, one of my dreams was to have a little bit of everything under one umbrella, because I actually am that style person. I like to go and have options and things. So we have a little bit of everything. So there is a pretty nice menu, and it could always be expanding and changing, but I wanted to have that for everyone. So that was the design. And also, if I needed to step out of massage, which I am this year, 2022, that I can run the company and have lots of other options. And I'm inviting therapists in, so we are expanding with therapists. So that is the idea behind Everyday Therapies. You have a lot of choices. You can create an experience that you want. You can make this a personal family, just 2 people, up to 20 people, a reward system, corporate stuff. I mean, we can design it in any which way. So when I once started off as a wellness place that you could walk in and get services, we changed it into more of a group experience, and the group can be 2 or more people, and you have the whole facility to yourself, which is pretty special because big time spas aren't going to give you that. Little places can't give you all these options, and wellness places are more designed towards like maybe more of medical. This does not have that feeling. It's more of your personal journey and which direction you would want to take it in. So Everyday Therapeutics was designed and created straight out of my mind. So when people come here and they say, where did you get this? I have an eye for color, so every color in here was picked. And the way it's designed and the way it was thought out is designed, it was like everything that I thought of and created within the space that I have. And it has a lot of really cool features to experience, like rooms that open up into each other that close off, so you don't have to get dressed or undressed in front of anybody. That was by design. That was strictly from what I wanted. The way the foot soaking station is, I designed the stools for the ergonomic position. So I created stools that get your feet up above your heart, so you're extremely comfortable. You're in a dark place. That was by design, because every time I go somewhere and I sit and soak my feet, my knees aren't supported. My legs don't reach down. So this is for the short and tall person. All those little things that I never really enjoyed, I was able to create here to make it extremely comfortable. And surprisingly, one of the hottest things that happens here is that people love our toilet seat. It's heated. So again, one of my original ideas is to have a heated toilet seat. So when we can't find somebody, we joke that they're always in the bathroom. And if I was to keep one thing out of my business, it would definitely be the float tanks. I really researched hard. I went to different types of places, and the one thing I didn't enjoy was one float tank. So I fought tooth and nail at the banks to get 2 float tanks, did the pitch, And it was like I was made to build this place because I came in and everything flowed. You know that feeling when everything flows, like when you get up and your joints feel good and your hair looks amazing and your day's flowing. That's how I felt when I pitched the banks. They were blown away by what I had to offer, and they thought that there was a huge value in the community. So I looked high and low to see if any other company was doing anything that I was doing, and that would be a no. So I couldn't find anywhere where someone offered an oxygen bar, a little storefront, a sauna with 2 float tanks, a foot soaking, rooms that open up into each other, crystal therapy, Reiki, oracle cards, reflexology, massage, salt room, parties, individual experiences, the way the whole building's designed. If you didn't want to be around anybody and there's 2 groups in here, I can flow everybody. So, but I would keep the float tanks, and I'm diving into the float tank information this year. So I did step down from massaging in 2022. I am honoring some packages that I've already put in place. So I know the community talks and people are always jazzed up from being in here. And we're really thankful for all the support, for everybody bearing with all the changes that have happened in the last couple years. And we're excited to get the community floating and let everybody know how lucky, honestly, everybody is to have float tanks this close. So I'm totally thrilled. And I just want to get my story out there. I've been encouraged to getting the story out. And so thank you for listening. 724-238-2322. I am always jazzed up to talk about groups, parties, and floats, or get you on the books or whatever maybe. And you can also text me and visit my website to book online, because we do have online booking for one-on-one.